What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hockey, and today we got more new footage showing Celeste fighting with the neighbors. Man, this is crazy, man. We have a bunch of things to uncover because I really haven't been reacting to this story. I honestly just wanted to cool off on it. I did a few different types of videos. I think I did a video on Diddy and stuff like that. But like, let's get straight into it, man.
Have a very big
Drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry, I had to do it, man. I'm sorry.
update for you guys now. Okay, I've got a very big update. This is some new footage that has just surfaced. All right, you might have seen this, you might not have seen this, but this just came out in the last couple of hours. They're saying that some footage of Celeste, the missing girl, okay, who was found in David's trunk. There is a 2-minute piece of footage that's floating around now that basically says there's a video of her having a massive screaming match with her neighbors months after she went missing. This has been circulating on TMZ, okay, and it just goes to show, people are saying this might show another side of her. So look, without further ado, let's just look at the content and then let's just see let's actually see what people are reacting to it. But yeah, this just came out on TMZ. TMZ are doing a hell of a job with all of the reporting. They're documenting everything.
Yo, TMZ, I don't want to say shout out TMZ in this situation because TMZ has done some awful things. So, okay, but when it comes to this case, though, they've been pretty on it. They've been doing their job. I ain't gonna lie. So
going deep. All right, and I feel like TMZ is doing a good public service for the people by documenting and archiving all of this evidence. I'm going to do a bit more of a longer breakdown about some of the ethics of this reporting because a lot of people have been saying it's wrong, you shouldn't be covering this, you shouldn't be documenting this, but at the same time, this is a massive story in the public interest. And when there's been huge trials in the past with the OJ trial, these things, the Diddy trial, it's important that journalists, independent media hold celebrities and people accused of heinous crimes to account because otherwise things do get swept under the rug. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what's going on. But let's see this clip that TMZ have posted of Celeste allegedly having a screaming match with her neighbors, and let's try and work out what this means.
This is completely new to me. I've never seen this. This is all new, so it's exciting.
Right there. I'll tell you where that. See that door right there? Number 2, not that. Number 2 right there.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk?
I ain't gonna let you talk.
No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping?
I ain't tripping.
Nah, you tripping. How about you ain't tripping? You gonna let a woman talk? All right, I'm not gonna let your woman talk.
Why is she over here? Again.
You little house, you don't even got a house.
Hey, bro.
You talk to
Ain't nobody black right here, homie. We're Southsiders right here, homie. We're Southsiders here. Get it right, homegirl. Shut up with your black talking. Shut up. You talking like you black, girl, with your black talking.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. Ain't nobody black right here. What are you talking about? I said we're not black over here. Why you keep calling us? You keep saying this. We're not black. Hey, let it go. Go back to your house. Go back to your house. You ain't gonna do nothing, bro. What you gonna do? You ain't no gangster. You ain't nothing, homie. What you are? What you are but a little girl? What you but a little girl? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You need to go home. Seriously.
I'm not Mexican. Out the door and you tripping.
Oh my god.
Not you tripping. Move the out of here.
So is this because I'm not imagining this is in LA because like in the hills, I don't think this will happen, bro. I feel like everyone like in the hills is kind of like mind your business. If you know this person, you might go over there and talk. But like I don't know, this seems like this might be in where is it at? It's somewhere else in California. It seems like this is crazy. Like what? She real life going off though, bro. Like remember she's what 13, just going off on grown men, like 2, 3 grown men. This is just...
You ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your ass over there, little girl. Go over there, little girl. You ain't gonna do shit. Go. Go. What are you gonna do, bro?
Go call her dad, babe.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, little girl?
Man, so look, all right, I think we should watch that again. But realistically, what I get from that, I'm not gonna lie, this Celeste she's a little firecracker, all right? She yelling at these adults, all right? She pressing the line. They said
that's what I'm saying. She pressing 2 to 3 grown men right now, and they like what the hell? She saying
the N-word by the sounds of it. I didn't hear her say the N-word, but that's what they said. And they was even saying there was some kind of racial dialogue going on there. They were talking about you're not black, you're Hispanic, we're Southsiders. Man, so I see people, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people in the comments talking about, yo, the Southsiders killed her. I don't know about all that, But man, she's standing up to a gang of real adults out here, right? And she wildin'. This kind of surprises me. But look, this is a runaway. This is a girl that, you know, takes it upon herself to leave her family home. She's not scared of being out there on her own. She ain't scared of pressing the line against grown adults, Southsiders that are on her block chilling. So yeah, man, let's listen to it again, and I'll just pause and break down any interesting moments that I notice. We ain't trying to get Monday CRM right now. That's not what we're trying to do, right?
Yeah, no, we're not doing
Because
that.
this is September the 8th, 2024. Interesting. All right. Does it say that on the security camera somewhere? They're saying it's from September the 8th, 2024. I remember reading that the last time she went missing, according to her family, was September 2024. It says, were they not reporting to the police when she was coming home the other times? I read she was still in the missing persons database from April 2024. Now, I wonder how that works. Like, I've never declared anyone missing, but I do wonder, all right, when if you declare someone missing, like, do they... When they come home, are you obligated to tell the cops, or are you just like, shit, she home? Like, we back to it. We just...
Bro, Trap always made me laugh. No, bro, you got to report that they back home, but they was missing. Like, let the police stop. It's, I mean, well, they're not really searching, but like, let the police stop searching for this person.
Back to normal life, like she home.
Ross be
It says,
tripping.
her voice sounds familiar, doesn't it? This is now the second time we're hearing her speak. Go back and listen to the live stream David and her were on, and listen to her pitched up, since he pitched it down, clip from her speaking in his song Invisible String Theory. He was saying it's definitely same voice as the live stream. Yep, sounds that way to me. Please get your justice, little girl. I hope they're doing everything they can. Sigh. Her voice is also on a song called You Left Me First, which also sounds very similar to this. Yes.
So, bro, David was really just putting clips of the minor in his song? Really? For real? Really? Dog. This nigga real life crazy, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When is that Netflix David series coming out? Cause they like this is like I literally every time I hop on and record something, I'm like, nah, it can't get worse than that, bro. He was really putting her in the songs and everything, bro. Like
This
the
is exactly what
hosting her too while she's supposedly missing. It's
thinking.
crazy.
Just gets crazier and crazier every day. This person says, I have an open ticket with the LAPD anonymous tip line still. I'm sure they're seeing this video now too, or have seen it. I got a ticket number where I can include more info. Not that my random ass can do much, but I'll include a link to the ticket. Right. This is interesting. Saying apparently that clip is publicly available as a sample anyone can buy and existed before this happened. Not my age group, but I've read Gen Z saying it's in a song by other people. Is that true? They're talking about a clip of theory. I don't think that's true. Anyway, did y'all see her light something? Oh, no way. So she's smoking as well. She's out there smoking.
What are you gonna do?
Where did that happen? She light something? She's smoking? I want to see that. Where are we seeing that?
Yeah.
Is it that little moment there? I don't know if that's enough, is it? Like, does she light something?
Let's see.
Like here? Yeah, they're saying she's lighting something, so she probably smoking a dart at her young age, man. So what would she have been? She'd have been... That was September the 8th, 2024. She'd have just turned 14. People saying moments before she went missing. This was 2024. She went missing twice. Okay, wait. Where is this? Can we talk actual details and not link it back to David's songs for a second? When and where is this? Where was it posted? So this is taken from the TMZ website about it. It says that Celeste Rivas went home to visit her family in Lake Elsinore, California, 1 year before her body was found. That's what this new video of her arguing with her parents' neighbors seems to show. The video obtained by TMZ was recorded by a Nest camera on September the 8th, 2024, months after Celeste had been reported missing, and neighbors say it shows her going off on a family over a prank. In the clip, a family sits outside their apartment building listening to music when Celeste starts yelling and accusing one of the kids of ding-dong ditching her parents' home. While the nighttime vid isn't super clear, we're told the neighbors recognized the girl as Celeste because they'd seen her face on missing posters that went up in the area in April 2024.
Wow.
Celeste's high-pitched screams cut through the air as she confronts the family with swear words and perhaps a racial slur peppering her tirade. You can hear a man yell back that he isn't even black and therefore she shouldn't call him the N-word. After this confrontation, we're told the neighbor's boyfriend went to Celeste's house to apologize, and Rivas' dad answered, but he seemed unbothered by the situation. Now, they were saying he was out of the country. Questions.
So what are you thinking, Ross? Because who's capping? Because they're saying the dad was at the country, now the dad answered the door. So whose story not adding up? Because then they need to be investigated because they're
Interesting, all
covering
right?
something.
If he was around in September 2024. One neighbor told us when Celeste was reported missing in April, her family walked around with those posters, and when neighboring families saw Celeste that night, they just assumed she was found and everything was fine. The date of the video, September 8th, is notable as that would have been the day after her 14th birthday and exactly 1 year before authorities opened the trunk of David's impounded Tesla to discover her remains. Taken directly from the website, right?
Sick,
People
bro.
saying the timeline for this poor child's case is so messy and confusing. All right. It says they said don't call your dad at the end, so her dad is in El Salvador and they don't want her to call him over the drama. Why? But yeah, that's absolutely Celeste on the live stream with David after hearing her voice now. Rest in peace, Celeste. The article says the neighbors later went up to Celeste's door and apologized, and her dad answered and seemed unbothered about the whole thing, which is kind of interesting. Like, did they send Celeste to go and confront the neighbors instead of an adult? See, now that is confusing. Dad or stepdad, I don't know, but Celeste sounds drunk as hell in this video.
Yeah, I was okay. I also was gonna like note that. I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. She sounded very drunk in this, bro, which is sad because she's 14. So it's like parents probably don't care. I mean, which is why she ran away, obviously, probably. So, but damn, like, man, rest in peace, man.
He was saying, yes, she sounds very drunk. I hear that too, like she's slurring her words. It's been reported that the dad doesn't live in the country, maybe stepdad, so many conflicting reports. I was just thinking the same. Everything about this is so confusing. I can only hope and assume that the LAPD is having an easier time putting things together with their resources. I heard that he's in Mexico. There is a possibility the dad got deported to Mexico due to recent ICE raids. Currently, Mexico is safer than El Salvador as well and has a better economy. Can somebody please write down what she said? I'm not a native English speaker. Did someone write it all down? We kind of got the gist. We kind of got the gist of all that. Word by word rundown. They really digging in. All right. But yeah, man. So look. All right. That's one update. I do have a whole bunch of other updates and other links to this. Okay. There's other subreddits that have been posting this. So let's see what people thought about it back then, or over on the David 2 subreddit. So over on David 2, they're saying, did she say she's not Mexican and she's Salvadorian? I thought she was Mexican, though. Maybe one of her parents isn't. People saying, hi, Trap Loros, I see you, gang. All right, we out here. So this confirms her voice in his songs. For people saying the voices in the song sound older, they were 100% her. How does this footage even help? It seems like the past few days they've been trying to make her look bad or rebellious. Did someone at the end mention calling her dad? People are saying the neighbors wanted clout and attention. I'm not sure if or how much TMZ pays people for this type of thing. Basically, if you got any Ring doorbell, you got any footage of this girl running around,
they're probably
then,
paying out.
you might get the bag from TMZ. That's what's going on right now. People saying the voice is the same as David's songs and lives. Damn, what about the footage from David's house? That's mainly more important than this. Right? Can't edit my posts, but TMZ said this is from September the 8th. While I think this is valuable in the way the voice is identical to the ones in David's songs and the date being past the missing poster, what is the point of releasing footage of a 13-year-old girl being immature because she's 13 and cocky? It seems like every article dehumanizes this murder child more and more. This could have just stayed as evidence. We didn't need to see this. Now, look, I don't agree with that. It's like, oh, why is everyone... How does that dehumanize her? I think it does humanize her even more. I mean, it shows that she was just, a young rebellious kid whiling out. I feel like it's interesting, it's useful, it shows the mindset, it shows where she was at the time, and at the end of the day, people are going to pore over all of this stuff and try and work out if it means something. I think that there are interesting facts and interesting clues in this, especially the apparent resurfacing of her father. He would have been in the country at this point, allegedly. All right, so I think it's actually interesting and useful that things like this are being posted, because everyone's just trying to track her movements. Now we know that she was in Lake Elsinore in September 2024, so I do think it's useful. But people are saying, I'm curious if what another person commented is true, that David's lawyers are pumping things like this out to sway public opinion. I mean, it's a great time to do it. Even people who think David is guilty are gobbling it up because of the fact that the police have been so tight-lipped and we're all reading too much into the tiny bits of info we get. It says, I didn't even think about it like that. This makes so much sense and is also disgusting. People are already saying stupid stuff like she was probably talking crazy to David and that's why he did it. So it's clearly working. All right, it says
100%. Bro, plays like this just become more common. I keep saying this in every video, man, and I keep having to bring the Young Thug thing up because I was thinking back to it, bro, and I was like, I feel like someone in Young Thug's team actually was just leaking the videos and everything to try to gain some type of like Charleston White effect of like controversy clout. I don't know, especially with the album too and song Ninja. Like it was, but anyways, relating to that, this could be that. You know, they're gonna do any and everything they can do to, because even if they know that the client's gonna go to prison, you know, they try to lighten the sentence up somewhat. You know, just being honest.
I remember being her age, I thought I was grown and the toughest thing around, when at that age you don't even know how to wipe your butt. Sad it ended for this way.
So, yeah, that's a little bit old to not be knowing how to wipe your ass, man. I'm not gonna lie, 13 is crazy, but I get what you were trying to say.
I'm sorry, but at 13 you couldn't wipe your ass? Yeah, you definitely should be able to do that. All I hear is a troubled teen who needs help. She is obviously stressed and overstimulated and not able to self-regulate herself. What does this prove, and what do the people who post this gain? Weird. Thank you for sharing. That's very duplicitous. Like, what does this prove? Who gets something out of this? Weird. Thank you. I see the value in this. She needed therapy and guidance, not these channels painting her in a negative light. And I'm glad people seeing it this way as well. I don't think I would want to paint her in a negative light. I feel like this is just it's a young girl. Maybe she's drunk. Like, look, I probably got drunk at 14, was wilding out. Maybe not like that, but in the UK, we be drinking at 13 and shit. What the hell, man? Nothing of this is relevant to her death. This girl is a very young child. Seems like they're forgetting this. People saying they're trying to make her look bad by leaking videos like this. Not talk about OP. Why? Yes, let's make this dead 13-year-old look like the bad guy. I don't think she comes out looking like the bad guy. It says, if she came from a troubled home, it makes all the sense in the world for her to be like this. I have Hispanic cousins whose family life sucks ass. If Celeste really came from a troubled home, then she's definitely showing signs of it like my cousins did. And they talk like this to people too. That includes racial slurs and all. Sure, they need to learn respect one day, but it's our job as adults to ignore the things they say and talk to them calmly about how their attitude needs to change instead of arguing back with them like a couple of toddlers. Well, it definitely confirms this was the girl in his streams and songs. Identical voice. She's definitely a kid, but seems to be street smart. I was the same when I was her age, growing up in a tough neighborhood and coming from a troubled home. May she rest in peace.
You gotta be tough and street smart if you in the hood and you young, bro. Cause your reality is that you probably know some people at your age that got popped. They're like 16 years old that got popped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little different. I ain't have to worry about nothing like that though. Luckily.
Okay, why are they banging? Why are they gangbanging on a 13-year-old girl? She was calling
Man, bangers in LA or just California are just a different breed of loser. Like I don't like people don't understand that. It's a bunch of lost, low key kind of. I'm like, can I say that word on YouTube? Sus guys. Like why are like it's just weird, bro. Gangs as I get older just make no sense, bro.
And they were basically putting her back in her place by saying they're Mexican and she should stop talking like a black girl. All right, what the F? That's all I can say, man. This investigation is bizarre. People saying, what does the video have to do with anything? I don't know. It's got something to do with something. People saying, this goes to show you what type of killer David is. Let's be real. Celeste got a mouth on her, and I don't think he could handle.
No. So now we're not gonna play back into that narrative, but let me know, guys. We're gonna literally be recording another video right after this. This does add just a little bit more proof of like that is her voice one in the streams. That is her voice for sure. And I haven't heard the songs. I'm hoping maybe Trapmore Ross will play the songs, or I might have to go find them, bro. Let me go do some investigation. But I will see y'all in the next video. I'm out.